A very good evening and a warm welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight on this 5th day of December 2021. Now, before we get into our bulletin, let's first take a look at tonight's headlines.
Brought to you by
How to get points. Just use MTN to make calls, send SMS, load airtime, buy bundles, or pay for MTN subscription services.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
And in our headlines tonight, Kabale Diocese Christians raised $380 million for Bishop's annual appeal fund. Nursing and midwifery tutors numbers to increase by 45%. Government is constructing 2 innovation centers to spur development. And Sarah Chalangat, Abel Chebet, best in Kampala half marathon.
Was brought to you by Everywhere you go, MTN.
A very good evening once again and welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight. I'm Lauryne Masika Kazimoto, and on sign language we have Yusuf Senyomo. Now we start off with our first headlining story this evening. Over 380 million Uganda shillings has been realized in cash and pledges towards the Bishop's Annual Appeal Fund for Kabale Diocese. The Bishop's Annual Appeal Fund is an annual fundraising event with the main objective of raising funds to facilitate developmental projects geared at improving the livelihood of parishioners in Kabale Diocese. We have the details.
Christians from all walks of life joined Kabale Diocese for the Bishop's Annual Appeal Fund this weekend. The event was held at St. Paul's Cathedral, Rushoroza, with Vice President Major Jessica Alupo as the chief guest. The fundraising drive is targeting to raise funds for the construction of a commercial building in Rukungiri municipality to generate income for the diocese. The Kabale drive raised 380 million shillings, with the Vice President announcing government's contribution of 100 million shillings towards this noble cause. In her remarks to the congregation, the Vice President reiterated government's continued partnership with the Church on issues of development with the view of economically empowering and improving the living standards of the people.
I would like first to applaud the efforts of Church in working symbiotically with government to address the concerns of the people of Kabale Diocese, but also beyond Kabale Diocese.
The Vice President appealed to leaders in the Catholic Church to partner with government by encouraging communities to embrace government developmental programs, especially the forthcoming parish model, as the only way forward to improve household incomes countrywide.
The parish development model now is intended to come very closer to the villages so that it gives everybody opportunity to access the much needed services that many of our people have been having excuses about by saying that the district headquarters is very far, I can't go for that meeting. Some of them maybe the sub-county headquarters is very far, maybe I may not go and pick those inputs which they are brought. Now the parish is expected to be very nearer to the community that live in that parish. That is the reason why the parish was identified as a vehicle to implement the parish development model.
Alupo paid tribute to the Bishop of Kabale Diocese, Right Reverend Callistus Rubalamira, for being developmental oriented, especially by initiating a number of projects to sustain the diocese. The Vice President called upon all people in the country to protect the girl child, especially by guarding her against evils such as early marriages and defilement. State Minister for Trade and Industry David Bahati also commended the Bishop of Kabale for his exemplary and visionary leadership, especially by starting many projects paving way for the transformation of all people in the diocese. In his homily, the Bishop of Kabale, Right Reverend Callistus Lubalamira, commended the government for supporting the church in all endeavors. He added that it is through developmental projects whereby the church can sustain itself and continue to strengthen the spread of the word of God.
Now, Ugandans have been asked to use the remaining time ahead of Jesus' birth to cleanse themselves and not be involved in acts of evil. This message was made by the Archbishop of Kasana-Luwero Diocese, also the Apostolic Administrator, Kampala Archdiocese, Right Reverend Bishop Paul Semogedede, at the official launch of roofing fundraising for St. Padre Pio Catholic Church, Kabula Muliro, Bwebaja.
St. Padre Pio Catholic Parish Kabula Muliro has been open to the public after 2 years of construction. The Bishop of Kasana-Luwero Diocese, who is also the Apostolic Administrator, Kampala Archdiocese, the Right Reverend Bishop Paul Semogedede, officiated the church reopening event characterized by song and prayer.
Having consoling word from God today as we wait for the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Advent is the season of waiting for good news.
One of us be that light of Jesus Christ. So refrain from doing all evil. Promiscuity is rampant now, theft, killing, torture, the culture of death. Let us be hopeful and let us behave according to the way that God wants us to behave.
A mini fundraising after the service was made for the church's final touches. The parish priest, St. Padre Pio Catholic Parish Kabula Muliro, Reverend Father Francis Seguya, said there was need to build a spacious church to accommodate the big numbers of believers.
We built this church is that the first church which was there, it was small, so it could only accommodate like 500 people. And then the place which we are having, it is prime. Every now and then it is growing. So we reach an extent that the people whom we have cannot be accommodated. The church, and now we have reached the roofing stage.
In another development, born-again Christians from Montao village in Mukono district sought entry at narrow playgrounds for a fellowship service organized by the head Miracle Center Cathedral churches in the country, Pastor Robert Kayanja. Kayanja cautioned parents to carry on their roles in proper grooming of their children to shield them away from bad people who could link them to indiscipline and sectarian acts.
So sad as a father, as a pastor, as a Ugandan, when you watch the video of one of our children blowing up himself. And whatever he was promised was not true. That goes out to the young people. You know, they may have issues, they may have problems. Please, I'm appealing to all of you, do not join these groups because they're not caring about you. This is not something, join us, we will make you better. No, join us, we will kill you. You'll die, and it's very sad. It's very, very sad, and I know there are better ways issues can be solved than blowing up yourself.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC News.
The station manager, UBC West MP Kahona Agri Barusia, has asked Isingiro residents to be security cautious to avoid any terror attacks. Barusia was officiating the handover of solar panels to Chikokwa Health Center 3, Kaberebere Town Council in Isingiro District by D-Light Solar in partnership with UBC.
The station manager, UBC West Mpikahona, Agreva Rusha, has explained that UBC is partnering with Delight Solar to enhance development among its fan base.
We, as UBC, we are very glad and grateful that we've entered this relationship. And one of the things we are going to ensure is to see that there is sustainable lighting and development in Western Uganda. Delight is a very powerful company, and it has decided to partner with the powerful media house, the national broadcaster, and we are very sure we are going to give Delight the biggest mileage it deserves, both in Western Uganda and other parts of the country.
Varusha was officiating at the handover of solar panels to Chikokwa Health Center 3 Kaberebere Town Council in Isinjiro District. Varusha asked them to advertise with UBC and further be security conscious during this festive season.
Be security conscious. We have insecurity. Apart from COVID, we are having bombs around. So don't think they are only in Kampala. They are now going to be everywhere. But the government is trying its best to stop that. However, security begins with you. Do not tamper with things you don't know. And if you find anything suspicious, report to security agencies.
The managing director, Delight Solar, Douglas Gavala, appreciated UBC for performing its work as per its mandate by educating, entertaining, informing, and guiding the public.
Giving them the support, keep on being their guards and supporting them in terms of when they come and sell and support you. And now we have a service center in Barara that you can just go if something has an issue with the unit and you are repaired. We also have a good thing that UBS is going to run to the month of December. So we'll be asking one question every day and you get a present from Delight. Isn't that a nice thing for Christmas?
He further promised to continue supporting Ugandans in their struggle to light in their homes.
We have had great support with UBC in terms of the partnership, whereby they're also reading from the same thought process, community-based activities. We've also done lighting in L3 centers in Arua, and we continue doing this until we support most of our L3 centers across the country.
The health facilities in charge, Rose Tusime, thanked the duo for the donation and vowed to spearhead the campaign to reduce maternal mortality rates caused by persistent power outage at the health facility.
We've been having an issue. The solar we had was faulty and it was always off like past midnight. So we are so grateful. You've given us a gift at the right time we needed it. Our women are going to be happy when they come to deliver at night. Thanks so much.
So the only way we thought of giving them back is through us holding this function, and we come to light up their maternity ward. And two, the conditions in which the maternity ward has been in. We found that they had a solar system that they bought from shops, but it hasn't been working.
Delight Solar promised to further improve the technological advancement in the power use in Uganda by providing solar power to farmers for irrigation in order to boost their agricultural productivity.
Let us add technology such that we see Delight Solar providing power for irrigation. These people are farmers.
So we continue innovating our products, we continue driving our product innovation pipeline, and we'll come back to Sinjiro with an innovative product in a few time to come, so that we're able to support agriculture, we're able to support our women and men on the ground.
UBC West Mpikahona has signed a memorandum of understanding with D Solar, which is aimed at delivering solar power services to every Ugandan by 2030.
Yes.
Story compiled by Nelson Akatuhurira for UBC News.
Now, effective the 1st of January 2022, no fisherman on any Ugandan water body will be allowed to own more than one boat. The move, aimed at promoting equality among fishing community, comes at a time when all fishing licenses are due to expire. Addressing fishermen in the island district of Kalangala, State Minister for Fisheries Helen Adoa said this will promote sanity and relieve the country of illegal fishing.
That your people may benefit from this journey.
This prayer was meant to make smooth a mission aimed at easing tensions among fishermen on the island district of Kalangala.
They are fighting one another. There is a lot of intrigue, there's a lot of fighting.
The State Minister for Fisheries, Helen Adoa, arrived to a warm reception at Lwazi Village, Bubeke Sub-County in Chamswa County. It appeared a long-awaited moment for fishermen to open the Book of Lamentations.
We are requesting you, Honorable Minister, that the size of boat should at least be reduced from 28 feet at least to 25 feet.
Ekyamazima, Honorable Minister, ne bwoba n'eryato lyo nga lisobola okuvuba empuuta wadde ya kilo 5 tokkirizibwa kugikalirira. Era bwe bakusangira ng'ogisibye mu kinaala nga nkalirire bakuvunaana.
Top among the concerns was the alleged mistreatment by the Fisheries Protection Unit of the UPDF, something area leaders partly agreed with.
Singa abadde walambuludde ku bigere n'otuukako ku mwalo gw'ebuyange akakabinja k'abantu b'empita bannalukalala we basibuka ne woofiisi we baaziteeka we basibuka baakubawo akabaawo kaabwawo omwana we bamugoba ku ssomero ng'ayingira mu nnyanja nti tugende tukwate amaato bagenda kutuwa ssente. Bino tulina okubyogera kubanga n'ataayogera yafa. Mukole enkole n'abasobozesa ng'abantu b'ekyamuswa. Buli muntu okulwanirira munne musigalewo naye nga mukuuma ebyobugagga by'aba gavumenti n'abaana bammwe n'abazzukulu babisange. Nze eddoboozi eryange lyentambuza ebbanga lyonna kyenjagala ku nnyanja njagala mirembe abantu nga bakkaanya basobole okukozesa ekyobugagga Katonda kiyakola ki.
In response, Dick Kaija, the Commander Fisheries Protection Unit, cited illegal fishing using substandard nets and boats as the reasons for UPDF involvement in the fishing sector.
Wabeerawo amagye mbutuufu nga galya ssente muleete obukakafu tusobole okubeera nga tutekinga action essaawa eno.
Do you know that Fisheries Protection Unit recovered about 36 guns in the lake which the criminals used to use to beat fishermen, grab their fish, and they could take off with the fish from the fishermen.
As the team headed to Misonzi, another landing site in Chamswa constituency, there was a lot to take home from the day's engagement.
And the majority of fishermen are dying because of these smaller boats. Like in my district, within a year, we have lost over 25 people.
The fishing licenses are due to expire at the end of December 2021. According to Helen Adoa, no fisherman will be allowed to own more than one boat as license renewals take shape.
So during the month of December, we call upon all the fishermen and other actors in the fishing industry to come and register with their fishing district fisheries officers, indicating the area they want to be licensed, so that when January comes, we start issuing licenses to those who have been registered.
Fishing communities need a lot of support, need a specific project to help them decongest the lake. Because one thing I've noted is that the fishermen here are like everyone wants to enter the lake. And when you see there is a lot of overfishing.
Fishing remains one of the economic activities in the country, which, if well organized, could become Uganda's unexplored oil. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Members of Arua Mother City Sacco in Arua City have testified that they are now able to meet most of their needs after joining the Sacco. They say their levels of income have improved because of the loans they borrow with friendly interest rates of 10% in every amount borrowed on annual basis. But the Sacco faces challenges of denial of loan repayment by some members who default without notifying the Sacco leaders about their individual challenges.
Members of Arua Mother City Sacco have continued to register success in their savings without disclosing their yearly incomes. Supporting their families and raising money for school fees are the core achievements members of the Sacco have experienced.
Why I joined this group was just because we can be able to pay our kids in school.
And the interest rate we give over this loan is very low, thus making the small groups in the villages to achieve a lot.
The money which we borrow from here, the percentage, the interest rate is lower than the outside. So it helps people to operate their different businesses.
You will see motorcycles flowing to your home to go and collect their loan. But Arua Mother City Sacco looks at least the situation of vulnerable women like us.
According to the manager of the Sacco, Salim Saleh Drasi, the Sacco faces challenges of non-compliance of loan repayment by selected members of the group, an act that negatively impacts on the financial status of the Sacco.
Loan recovery is still a problem because people need proper training and also the effect of COVID-19, which mostly affect the groups. But at least when they release the lockdown now, but they have started coming well.
The Sacco currently operates with 106 million shillings for village saving groups that have subscribed to the Sacco.
And the challenge which we are facing right now, we have a number of groups, but the money is not enough. And they also need to borrow more, but the limited money could not allow us to give a loan to individual groups, 50 million, 20 million, 30 million.
Deputy Resident City Commissioner of Arua City, Dixon Adomati, noted that Arua Mother City Sacco is one of the saving groups in Arua City that local leaders have been proud of and called for more government support towards the Sacco.
And I've known this Sacco for a while. This Sacco is very important because people borrow money from the Sacco and then put this money into productive activities. And they multiply this money to meet their daily needs at home, increase their household income. They also pay their children's fees.
Formed in 2009 with the help of the late Member of Parliament of the then Arua Municipality, Canon Ibrahim Abiriga, Arua Mother City Sacco currently has 7,402 members who have subscribed through 92 village saving groups from West Nile districts of Arua, Terego, Madiokolo, Koboko, Maracha, and Arua City. Joseph Odama, reporting for UBC News from Arua City.
Thank you, Joseph Adama. Now, UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we'll return with business stories.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Connect your home online with MTN WakaNet Max, a fast and reliable home internet solution to power your streaming, gaming, online classes, work, and CCTV security cameras. The MTN WakaNet Max starter kit comes with a free 4G router, SIM card, and 35 GB bundle with no validity, all at 245,000 Uganda shillings. Visit any MTN service center to sign up.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Ooh. Look. The thing goes. Twink, twink, twink. Woo.
Grab an ice-cold bottle of Pepsi Max today and drink to your bold lifestyle. Enjoy maximum taste with no sugar. Now available at a shop near you. Maximum taste, no sugar.
Introducing the all-new Roofing's TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend surfaces. Roofing's, strength of a nation.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Introducing Learn From Home Data Bundles. Customized bundles for you and your family to study or work seamlessly from the comfort of your home. Use any of these affordable data bundles to connect to your MiFi, routers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones while avoiding unwanted internet exposure and ensuring undivided attention during online classes. Enjoy instant access to Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and selected educational websites. Dial *175# to buy your Learn From Home bundle today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that break, and we're glad that you're still watching UBC News Tonight. And now into our business news this evening. The Minister of Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, has sounded an early warning to DOT Services Limited, the company which is going to construct roads in eastern DRC, to be mindful of project specifications and timelines. Katumba Wamala handed over the two sites to DOT Services at a ceremony held in Beni and Ngoma. Katumba was flanked by his DRC counterpart, Alex Gisara Muvunyi. Take a look.
Ambao tunafanya kazi ambazo zinahusiana pamoja na gavana ya North Kivu kwa kutukaribisha leo kwa eneo yake. Manake kutoka asubuhi tuko hapa na nadhani tumekaribishwa vizuri sana. Asante gavana na watu wote na protocol yote, asante kwa kutembeza maeneo yako. Na tumetoka Beni kufanya kazi moja kama hii, na watu ya Beni wameshangilia sana kazi ambayo inaenda kufanyika. So kwa hiyo namna gavana amesema, marais wa kwetu wawili, rais wa Jamhuri ya Republiki ya Kongo pamoja na rais ya Uganda Kaguta Yoweri Museveni pamoja na ndugu yake Rais Tshisekedi, waliona kwamba watu wetu wanapata tabu sana kwa matembezi na kufanya biashara. Wakaamua kwamba hizi nchi ni nchi jirani, na kama tunaweka mabarabara mazuri, matembezi na biashara yataendelea katika watu wetu. Ndio maana waliamua kwamba tajenga barabara ambao total yote barabara zote ambao tutajenga kuunganisha hizi zote mbili ni kilomita 1182. Ndio mabarabara ambayo tumejenga. Lakini wakaamua kwamba wacha tuanze na barabara hizi tatu. Barabara ya kutoka Bunagana Rushuru mpaka Goma, na barabara ya kutoka Kasindi Beni mpaka Butembo, ambao zinaenda kuanza siku za mbele karibu, kwa maana leo tunaenda kabidhi wale watu wanaohusika na hiyo kazi, wakabidhi eneo zao za kufanya kazi. Tunataka tushangilie rais wa kwetu kwa kufikiria mbali na kuona kwamba ni lazima watu wetu wasipate tabu kwa matembezi. Nao nadhani wanashangilia sana mpango huu, kwa maana wafanyabiashara hao wanataka mali yao itembee kwa haraka. Mfanyabiashara hataki mali yake ichelewe kwa barabara, anataka kutoka kule Mombasa kwa siku chache ifike Goma, auze alafu arudi alete mali nyingine. Lakini kwa ajili barabara zilikuwa bado zinawasumbua, ilikuwa inachukua muda mrefu hata na magari kuharibika. Mara kwa mara gari kutoka Mombasa iweze karudi tena bila kufanyiwa kwenda kwa makani kutengenezwa. Lakini kama
And now into sports. Uganda Athletics Federation has completed its 2021 season with the 21-kilometer Kampala Half Marathon. It started and ended at the National Council of Sports in Lugogo.
Some of the country's best half-marathon runners have graced the 21-kilometer Kampala Half Marathon that went to several places in Kololo and Lugogo. It attracted 54 male runners in a field that was won by Abel Chebet, who completed in 1 hour and 2 minutes.
During the lockdown, I was just training. Ever, I've never stopped training. I just continue training up to now. So now the time when they announce this competition, then I have to still add more strength to continue training well.
Chebet was followed by Oscar Chibet, Simoko Ben, Victor Kwemoy and Andrew Kwemoy. In the women's category, Sarah Chelangat triumphed with 1 hour and 12 minutes. Rebecca Cheptegei was second and Maslin Chelangat third, with the top 5 complete by Viola Kemos and Chelangat Annette.
This is Chelangat Sarah.
This half-marathon also attracted some of Uganda's finest runners, Winnie Nanyondo and Ronald Musagara, whose forte is in other races, but used this for various reasons.
This one is like part of training. It's like part of my training study. It's not that I come here for the competition, no.
We are just looking for endurance. Endurance matters a lot in the race. You know, when you don't have endurance in the 15, there is no way how you can hold with those guys.
The championship closed the Uganda Athletics Federation season that will resume in 2022 with the National Cross Country Championship. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Well, UBC News Tonight has come to an end, but do join us at 10 o'clock for our second edition of UBC News Tonight. I'm Lauryne Masika Kazimoto and my colleague on Sign Language, Yusuf Senyamo. We will see you then.
Okubeera n'amaka ageeyagaza kyekimu ku biruubirirwa by'abalimi abasinga abeenyigira mu by'obulimi eby'ensimbi eri n'abasirirwa ng'omutuuze w'e Kalangala nga baakyagala